Hey there, everyone. Lisa Pezik here. So glad you are tuning in. It has been a little bit of time since I've been able to come on and do a solo show. I had a range of wonderful guests on sharing their top insights, their top stories in everything from mindset to money to parenting to homeschooling to bullying to confidence. There's been such a vast range. I want to encourage you, not right now, but encourage you to go back and catch up if you haven't been tuning in, because I'm really proud of the content that I've been able to put out with my amazing guests over the last little bit. Today, I want to answer a question that I've been getting a lot lately. One is, how do I scale and grow, since we've seen considerable growth in our company? How did you get there? How'd you do it? And number two, should I be niching my services? Should I be niching my market? Should I be creating my whole business plan around niche marketing and knowing your avatar? So that's what I want to dive into today, because this was a bit of a trap when I first started out. So when I first started out, the mentors that I hired in the online space, of course, I had no idea what I was doing. So I reached out for support and I listened to what they said. And this was 7 or 8 years ago. And I can remember very vividly, I was recording a video with a professional videographer. And he said, "Who is your program for?" This is when I started in the health and fitness industry. And they said, who's your quick fitness for? It was, if y'all don't know, I had a previous business called Lisa P's Quick Fitness, and I taught express classes, so HIIT classes. And it was for the busy person who wanted to still look good, feel good, take care of themselves, but you got stuff to do. So you don't got 12 hours or 2 hours or an hour to be at the gym or doing multiple workouts a day. It was best bang for your buck. And he looked, had the camera in my face, and I looked dead into the camera, and he said, "Who's your program for?" And I said, "Well, my program is for everyone." I said, because who isn't starved, low on time and starved for movement and feeling good and looking good? I can service men, women, kids, families. My dream and my hope is that people will do this online program as a family. And he's like, "Well, isn't that diluting your message? And isn't that, dialing yourself, too wide and too broad?" And he was kind of like laying into me. And I was really taken aback by that. I thought, oh man, should I be niching down my products and services? Should I be saying this is just for women 30 to 50? But I looked at who were taking my classes. It was men and women, all ages, all ranges. I had women who were in their 60s that their functional age was in their 20s or 30s. They were keeping up with me in my early 30s. I had people who were in their 20s and 30s who were smokers and, didn't have the best lifestyle habits, and they were slow moving. Again, no judgment, but I had a range of people. And I started to question myself. Should I have a niche? Should I be more dialed in? All the experts that I was talking to, they were saying, yes, you should be dialed in. So I did that for a really long time. And then you know what happened? I got stuck. So as soon as I started this business and I knew that I wanted to help people get online and spread their message and create their programs and grow and scale, I was only helping newbies. I was only helping women. I was only helping moms. And eventually I tapped out my market. Niching, you tap out your market eventually. You can only speak to the same people for so long in the same circles, in the same groups. And then the only way to grow and scale is to pretty much outspend your market, meaning you are going to dominate that market online. You are going to dominate in terms of visibility, meaning you're going to be on every social media platform. You're going to be everywhere doing all the things, most likely paying experts and paying help. You are going to be outspending the bejesus out of your competitors on Facebook ads and Instagram ads and YouTube ads and LinkedIn. You are going to be speaking on stages, whether that's virtual or whenever in person can happen again. And you are going to be known as the go-to. That is how you'll grow and scale. But if you're sitting here right now going, I don't have the money to do that, I don't have the resources to do that, I don't even know if I have the energy to do that, then niching is not for you. But let me explain. I believe niching, when used properly, is the right thing to do. You create your core concepts that you are known for, and then you niche your products and services and marketing campaigns to that. Let me say that one more time. You know what your core offer products are. Like, you know your core offer topics that you take people, the solutions. You know your core solutions that you provide to people. You niche down your value ladder. You niche down your products and services. You niche down your marketing. Because yes, if you are trying to speak to everyone, you will speak to no one. If you are trying to help everyone, you will help no one. But when you only speak to and help one market, it's the death of your growth. So for example, let's say I'm in the weight loss industry. Let's say I'm in the health and fitness industry. My goal is to help people look better, feel better, move better, sleep better, bring back sexy whenever date night can happen again, crush their goals at the gym, feel confident again, right? Reverse diabetes. That is for everyone. But you're going to be hard pressed to find somebody that doesn't want those things, right? That's your overarching goal. So you need to know the solutions that you provide. You start there. Then when you have your value ladder, meaning your opt-in, your low level product, your core offer product, your high level product, your highest one-to-one level product, maybe mastermind down that road, that is for a specific individual. That is for a specific group. So maybe your low level buy-in is for busy moms, is for working individuals, is for moms who have kids under this age, right? Maybe you niche down that program. And then maybe your group coaching program are for high achievers, are for people who have multiple things going on, people who don't have a lot of time, right? Maybe your mastermind is for executives. Maybe your mastermind is for people who are trying to compete in the fitness industry. Maybe it's for the top 10 elite in a company or entrepreneurship. And you're teaching them those same principles. It's just geared towards different people. And then when you market it, you can speak to that. For us in our business, we help people spread their voice online, live a life they love, have personal freedom, have financial freedom, and have businesses that are set up to either sell, to work for the rest of your life because you love it, to have affiliates and referrals and just kick-ass people that want to be a part of your business. That's our core concept. this podcast, a lot of times, is for people who are trying to grow and scale to the 6-figure mark, if we're going to use money, right? Those that get into growth and scale packages with us, they're established business owners. And then those who are going to get into our mastermind, they are moving more towards 7 figures. And they've got a team. And they've had considerable growth and considerable success, whatever you want to market that as. So you can see that what our solutions are for everyone, but specific products are niched. Specific marketing campaigns are niched. So that's the way I want you to start thinking about your value ladder. That's the way I want you to start thinking about how you're going to grow and scale. It's a solution. It's not an avatar. Absolutely, yes, you need to know who your avatar is for that product or program, but it's the solution. It's the fact that people need to feel understood. Meaning if you're talking about a pain point or a solution or a product or a service and it's not for that person, they're not going to invest in you, and if it's too vague, they're like, if they can't identify and say, yes, that is me, they're not going to buy it and they're not going to invest in you. So yes, again, your product and your marketing must be niched. But the overall, you want to have a framework or a concept or a system that anyone can tap into. A system that man, woman, young, old, rich, poor, kids, no kids, that's how you grow and scale. Because then you can take that system or that framework, meaning 3 steps to 5-part system, step-by-step plan, 3 things you need to know. You can take that content and then you can adapt it to any opportunity that comes your way. Somebody calls you up and says, hey, I want to give you, $20,000 to come and speak to my company about this. And you're going, well, I don't speak to companies about that. I only speak to stay-at-home moms. You're going to miss that opportunity, right? Someone comes and says, hey, I saw the work you're doing. I'd love to have you come speak on my stage. At these personal development events, I pull all kinds of people from all sorts of walks of life. And you say, well, I only service men aged, 40 to 60 that want to grow their, I don't even know, right? Something. And you're going, well, if there's going to be men and women in the audience, then I can't come and speak. You're limiting yourself of opportunities if you are too niched and too dialed in on the solutions overall that you provide. And then it's so much easier to pivot and change when your whole business isn't built around a niche. Because what happens if you don't? That happened to us. We started working with the newbies who we thought wanted to transition online, and we got into doing it, and we realized we don't, no offense if you're a newbie, but you're not, there are other people there for you, because we found that newbies, when they had a plan B and they had a backup plan, they weren't as motivated to get stuff done. They weren't as motivated to invest. They weren't as motivated to see it through in the long term. They wanted the cheapest amount possible in the quickest amount of time, and they wanted to sacrifice nothing and get everything. Now, I'm not saying that's all newbies, right? Heck, I was a newbie at one point. My husband was a newbie at one point, but our mindset was just a little bit different. And we realized that our skill set matched those that have already been established in business with no plan B. So, when you build a whole business around a niche, it makes it really difficult to rebrand and to grow. As opposed to if you just have a membership or a coaching program or a mastermind or something around it, you can just shut it down and close it and and have a new product or start something new. So it's a lot easier to pivot and shift and change when your whole business isn't around a niche. So that's my take on it. If it goes with, if you're like, yes, nodding your head, then take it. If you don't think it's going to work for you, then leave it. You know, that's the beauty of listening to people like myself. That's the beauty of tuning into podcasts. That's the beauty of choice, right? Someone can tell you do this and you go, I don't think I want to do that, right? Or someone could say, go do this. And you're like, oh my God, that makes complete sense. That's exactly what I'm going to, do. So take it if you want, leave it if you want. That was just something I thought I would come on and share because a lot of people have been asking me, again, as they've been coming online, if they should or shouldn't niche. So hopefully that serves. If you are an established business owner without a plan B, reach out. Everyone's pivoting online. This is the time, right? Because if we don't evolve and we don't change and we don't grow, we don't get really clear on the solutions we provide, and then not just the one-hit wonder, right? Our big thing is about the value ladder, is having a solution for everyone. Having a solution so that you have that constant recurrent revenue coming in and that it's all working the way it should with Done For You. That's exactly why I want you to contact us. If you are a newbie, start with what I said. Get really clear on what your solutions are and then what your value ladder and your products and programs are going to look like. Because you don't want to hire anyone or you don't want to start putting stuff out until you get that clear first. So hopefully that serves. Thank you for tuning in. You mean so much to me for being here. Tell people about this episode if this helps. And I'll see you again next time on The Lisa Pezik Show.